Oras na! Alamin ang mga maiinit na balita sa mundo ng palakasan. Power and Play! Kasama niyo ako, Noli Iyala, tuwing Sabado mula alas 8 hanggang alas 10 ng umaga sa Radyo 5, 92.3 True FM. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Dito tayo sa totoo. Masarap pakinggan ang katotohanan. Dito tayo sa totoo. Walang kasinungalingan. Tunay na kapatid, iyong maaasahan. Saan man sa bansa at sa mundo na may Pilipino. Dito tayo sa totoo.
25,000 watts ng totoong tunog ng FM radio.
Totoong pinalakas, totoong pinagtibay ng mga batikang mamamahayag sa paghahatid ng news,
Public service,
entertainment,
music,
information at inspiration para sa bawat kapatid, bawat Pilipino. Ito ang 92.3 Radyo 5 True FM. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taon pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Mainit at makabuluhang talakayan tungkol sa sports, kumpleto yan dito sa Power and Play. Mula sa mga paborito at naglalakihang atleta hanggang sa mga natatanging Pinoy sports figures na dapat niyong makilala. Ihahatid yan dito sa Power and Play.
Sa kapwa ko Pilipino, ipagmalaki ang galing na meron tayo. Ilantad ang likas nating talento at magdala ng saya sa mundo. Sa harap ng pagsubok ay di susuko. Para sa pangarap tayo'y porsigido. Magpakitang gilas na at huwag magpatalo. Ipagdiwang natin ang Pilipino.
Yan ang Pinoy.
Mula noon at hanggang ngayon, talento natin ng bida. Mula sa simpleng bakuran hanggang entablado natin ipakita. May pagsubok man ng Pinoy, pinalalakas ng saya. San man tayo sa pulo, tsumbe, sibay, lakay, amiga. Sama-samang pakita, ang galing natin katropa. Sa kapwa ko Pilipino.
Araw ng mga kampyon sa inyong paboritong kasalo tuwing Sabado ng umaga, edi paano? Bango na! Power and Play na! Power and Play with Noli Iyala. Isa pong magandang umaga sa inyong lahat, mga kapatid. Nagbabalik po ang inyong paboritong kasama tuwing Sabado. Ito po ang Power and Play. Hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum, Cherry Tigo. It's fun to drive. Chooks to go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. True religion, where passion meets power. And of course, we are powered by Smart. Live Smart. Magandang umaga sa lahat ng mga kampyon na nagdidiwang ngayong umagang ito. Ako. Ayun. Ang sarap nga naman pagka bumabangon na nananalo ang inyong koponan at masayang-masaya ang mga fans, of course, ng TNT Katropa na kagabi po ay nagkampiyon na sa PBA Governors Cup 4-2 laban sa Barangay Ginebra. Pambihirang pagkapanalo ng TNT sa likod ng spectacular performance ni Mikey Williams at ng kanilang best import na si Ronde Hollis Jefferson. Ako pambihira po yan dahil marami ang nagsabi nga na ang paborito para manalo ng kampyonato ay ang Barangay Ginebra. Alam niyo po kung bakit? Ito pong Ginebrang team na ito ay halos intact, no? Halos intact doon po sa nanalo ng Commissioner's Cup na ang mga import doon ay mga mas malalaki pa. At of course, ang nakatapat nila sa championship, yung Bay Area Dragons, na kung saan isang katerba din ang mga magagaling na player doon, na foreign guest team na naglaro sa PBA, na napakarami pong mga magagaling na NBA veterans. Mantakin nyo po, yun ang tinalo ng Ginebra noong Commissioner's Cup, noong Enero lang yata yun, no? At ito po ngayon, sila ang lumaban dito sa Governor's Cup kung saan ang mga import ay mas maliliit doon sa mga nakatapat nila noong Commissioner's Cup. Of course, nagkaroon po ng injuries dyan, no, ang Barangay Ginebra, pero ganun din man po ang TNT na nawalan din ng mga player, na mga mabibigat na player sa kanilang koponan. Kaya po, itong pagkapanalo ng TNT ay napakalaking bagay para sa kanilang prangkisa because ito po ang kanilang kauna-unahang championship sa kanilang franchise histories ng Governor's Cup. So congratulations sa TNT Katropa at sa mga fans ng TNT. Nothing to be ashamed of ang mga taga-Barangay Ginebra. Napakaganda ng ipinakita ng Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings. Kinapos lamang. Alam niyo po, si Justin Brownlee galing sa sakit nung Game 5. At of course, siya po ay talagang pumukol, mainit na simula, pero talagang doon sa dulo, nabitawan ng bola. At yun ang naging susi para sa pagkapanalo din ng TNT. So again, congratulations. Mamaya po fresh from his championship, ating pong makakapanayam ang head coach, ang winning head coach ng TNT. Walang iba kundi si Coach Jojo Lastimosa. Unang kampyonato ni Coach Jolas bilang isang head coach. At atin po siya makakasama mamaya. Kanina nabanggit ko na ito po ay araw ng mga kampyon. Talaga naman. Mamaya rin po, ang ating makakasama ay ang WBA at IBF Super Bantamweight Champion of the World, si Marlon Tapales. Siya po ang ating makakapanayam din mamaya live. At ang isa pa po natin magiging guest ay walang iba kundi ang nanalo dun sa Ice Hockey World Championship Division 4 na naging susi sa kanilang promotion, ang Philippine Ice Hockey Team. At meron po tayong mga players nila na makakapanayam din para pag-usapan po ang kanilang napakalaking success doon po sa ice hockey. So it is a championship morning. Kaya naman po, dyan lang po kayo. At marami po tayong pag-uusapan. Bago po natin simulan ng mga talakayan, ako po ay gusto lamang magpaabot ng isang pakikiramay sa aking kumpare, kaibigan, at naging katrabaho. Walang iba kundi si paring Ed Picson na pumanaw po noong isang araw dahil po sa complications ng kanyang sakit na liver cancer. Ako po ay nakikiramay sa pamilya niya, lalong-lalo na sa kanyang naiwang may bahay, si Karina, at sa kanyang mga anak. Ang isa po doon ay inaanak ko. Ako po ay talagang malaking kawalaan si paring Ed, hindi lamang sa mundo ng boxing kung saan siya po ay namuno ng ABAP bilang Pangulo, kung hindi po sa larangan ng sports broadcasting kung saan siya po ay naging alamat at haligi ng sports broadcasting sa ating bansa mula po ng dekada 80 hanggang pong siya ay naging pinuno o naging opisyal ng ABAC. Again, napakarami ko pong memories, alaala, kasama si paring Ed. We were together in the PBA for a very long time. Hindi po marami nakakaalam na si paring Ed ay ako po ang nag-recommend sa ABAP nung sila po ay naghahanap ng isang makakatulong ni noon ay Executive Director Patrick Gregorio. I recommended him when I was sa SBP bilang Executive Director. At after that, it was all success for him. And I was very happy na kahit paano nakasama ko siya dun sa kanyang trabaho nung ako po ay naging PSC chairman. The last time I was with him was nagkita po kami nung Pasko. Nagkita rin po kami sa PSC at may mga litrato pa kami magkakasama. At ako po ay talagang nalulungkot sa pagpanaw ng aking kaibigan si paring Ed Picson. But again, Your good deeds and your work will never be forgotten. Rest in peace, paring Ed. See you around. Alright mga kaibigan, at this point, siyempre, kailangan na nating ipakita, ilabas ang mga balita sa mundo ng palakasan sa pamamagitan ng ating Sports Weekly Highlights.
Power and Play with Noli Iyala.
Tinapos na nga ng TNT Tropang Giga ang paghahari ng Barangay Ginebra San Miguel sa PBA Governors Cup. Pumukol ng 38 points si Mikey Williams kabilang ang back-breaking go-ahead 3-pointer sa last 1 minute and 15 seconds para makuha ng TNT ang titulo sa Game 6, 97-93. Ito ang unang Governors Cup title ng TNT franchise. At again, congratulations sa buong pamunuan ng TNT, sa kanilang governor, si Mr. Ricky Vargas, sa kanilang, of course, ang kanilang chairman, si Boss MVP, ang coaching staff led by, of course, Coach Chot Reyes, Coach Jojo Lastimosa, and of course, the rest of the team. Congratulations, TNT Katropang Giga. Sa NBA, gumawa ng kasaysayan si Sacramento Kings coach Mike Brown nang tanghalin siyang unang unanimous coach of the year. Wow! Nakakuha ng 101st place vote si Brown matapos niyang basagin ang 17-year playoff drought ng Sacramento Kings. Ito ng ikalawang Coach of the Year award ni Brown. Nakuha rin niya yang noong 2009 noong hawak pa niya ang Cleveland Cavaliers. Kasalukuyang lamang ng 2-1 ng Sacramento kontra defending champions Golden State Warriors sa first round ng playoffs. Lipat tayo sa volleyball. Kaisa-isang Pinoy na na-draft sa Korean V-League si Petrogas middle blocker MJ Phillips. Nakuha ng Gwangju A1 Peppers si Phillips sa pang-5 pick. Tumatak sa Philippine sport, or rather, nagpa-draft ng ilang Filipino players kasama sina Gia de Guzman, Dindin Manabat Santiago, Maylene Paat, Majoy Baron at si Iris Tolenada, pero hindi sila pinalad. Best of luck, MJ! Sa UAAP Volleyball, nakuha na ng Lasal Lady Spikers ang twice to beat sa women's tournament. Na-secure ng TAF squad ang incentive matapos ang 5 sets win kontra Adamson nitong Miyerkules. May 11 panalo na ang DLSU at isa lang ang kanilang talo. At kagaya po ng aking nabalita, malungkot na balita para sa Philippine sports. Pumanaw na sa edad na 69 ang batikang broadcaster at ABAP president na si Ed Picson. Komplikasyon mula liver cancer ang ikinamatay ni Picson ayon sa malapit niyang kaibigan at kapwa broadcaster na si Kinito Henson. Tumatak sa Philippine sports si Picson bilang anchor at commentator ng PBA noong 80s hanggang early 2000. Nakilala rin siya bilang boses ng Blow by Blow kung saan unang lumaban si Manny Pacquiao. Again, nakikiramay po kami sa pamilya ng nasirang si Ed Picson. Rest in peace, paring Ed. At yan po ang buod ng mga balita ngayong linggong ito sa Sports Weekly Highlights. Nako talaga pong napakaraming mga pangyayaring nangyayari ngayon sa mundo ng palakasan. Of course, tinututukan din po natin ang playoffs ng NBA. Kung saan mga kapatid, maraming makukupunan ay medyo yung nasurpresa dun sa mga simula. Katulad po ng Lakers at ng Grizzlies matchup, yung pong Sacramento Kings at Warriors, and of course, yung pong nangyari sa Bucks at saka Heat, talagang napakalaking bagay ng injuries, no? Pero talking about injuries, yan din po ay naging malaking susi o naging malaking factor do sa championship sa PBA. Subalit na-overcome yan ng TNT, medyo nagka-problema ang bench ng Barangay Ginebra, and I think that told a little bit about the story of this championship. Kaya yan din po ang ating pupulsuhan ngayong araw pong ito. Tungkol po dyan sa nangyaring kampyonato ng talk and text sa Governors Cup. Matagal-tagal na rin pong naghahabol sila ng isang Governors Cup. Finally, they won one. They have won their first championship. Alam naman natin, noong pong hindi kalayo ang panahon, ay naghari ang TNT, lalong-lalo na sa All-Filipino Conference. In fact, kung ako po hindi nagkakamali, nakuha nila yung June Bernardino Perpetual Trophy for a particular stretch of time. Kaya po, ang ating pupulsuhan ngayong araw pong ito, sa Pulso ng Bayan, hatid sa inyo ng Chooks to Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Ito po ito po ba ay simula na ng panibagong TNT Dynasty kasunod ng kanilang PBA Governors Cup title? Ulitin ko po yan Simula na ba ng panibagong Talk and Text Dynasty or yung pong sunod-sunod na pagkakahari kasunod ng kanilang championship sa PBA Governors Cup? Kung gusto niyo pong magbigay ng inyong kuro-kuro, mag-text lamang or rather mag-post sa aming Facebook page o di kaya ay sa aking Twitter account @NollyIyala. At kami po ay pipili ng dalawang nagpadala at kami pong i-announce mamaya na mananalo ng gift certificates mula sa Chooks to Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Abangan nyo po yan mamaya sa katapusan ng ating show. Alright, before we proceed, isa rin pong paalala at patuloy na pagbibigay ng mga premyo mula sa Joyride Super App. Ang ating pong Joyride Top Up promo on Power and Play para manalo ng 1,000 pesos JRPay wallet credits mula sa Joyride Super App na magagamit ninyo sa Joyride Motorcycle Taxi, Joyride Car, at sa Joyride Delivery. Ito po i-download lamang ang latest version ng Joyride Super App, kuhanan ng screenshot kasama ng inyong pangalan, ipadala ang screenshot sa Power and Play FB page via private message. Isama nyo po ang inyong buong pangalan at registered mobile number at kami po ipipili ng limang mananalo ng 1,000 pesos e-wallet credits mula sa Joyride Super App. Napaka useful para magamit sa mga nagmomotor, yung mga kailangan po makarating kaagad sa inyong mga lugar o di kaya yung gusto naman ng konting kisig. Yung pong Joyride car. Naku, ito si Jerjen. Jerjen, kamusta ba yung Yung Joyride car? Kami po sa Joyride naghahanap pa rin po ng mga gustong sumama sa aming Joyride car, and we are growing so fast. And of course, ating Joyride Delivery. Again, yan po ang ating Joyride Super App Top Up promo. Alright mga kapatid, we are just about ready para simulan na ang ating kwentuhan dito sa ating show ngayong Sabado ng umaga. At simulan na po natin sa ating paboritong Fast Take.
Power and Play with NollyIyala.
At ang Fast Take ay hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Tigo. It's fun to drive. At ngayong araw pong ito, maswerte tayo. At ito pong mamang ito madalas nasa Ternate, Cavite na tuwing weekend nagbabakasyon. Pero kasama po natin ngayon isang batingang analyst ng PBA and of course also isa pong matalik kong kaibigan. Walang iba kundi si Coach Alan Gregorio na of course dating coach din po ng Gilas Pilipinas 1.0. Coach Alan, magandang umaga sa iyo. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Welcome, Com, and good morning to all your fans. Actually, this is an every week thing for me.
Oh, salamat.
With my mom,
Salamat. Kamusta kay Tita Lucille? I'm very happy na napakalakas pa ni Tita Lucille and just so happy na lagi siya naka-tune in.
That's right. Very active and enjoying the show. Good morning, everyone.
Coach Alan, bago tayo iniintay lang natin si paring Ray Hoble na makakasama natin dito sa Fast Take. But just before we begin all of our discussions, let me just get your take or your memories tungkol kay paring Ed Picson. Alam ko na nakasama mo rin si paring Ed. And obviously, it's such a big loss for the sports and broadcasting community. Just a few of your memories, very briefly, para kay paring Ed Picson.
Just like what I tweeted, Com, he is not just a friend, he is really a mentor. When we were starting with our radio coverage, I remember way back in 2008, 2009. So he was already Ed Picson the same way that you're already a NollyIyala. So it was me and part of the future of Philippine PBA broadcast. Charlie Cuna was part of that team.
Yes.
Magumar John was part of that team. Kasama si Benji Santiago, si Dennis Principe. Alam mo, he is a natural teacher. Yun ang talagang
Yeah.
maalala natin sa kanya, no?
Oo.
Ang sinabi niya sa akin, sinabi niya sa amin dati na pag nagko-cover kayo ng radyo, tandaan niyo walang nakikita ang inyong mga tagasunod, ang inyong mga fans at ang mga nakikinig sa PBA. That's why you really have to be to make your imagination work. Napakarami natin natutunan kay Sir Ed Picson, and talagang nalulungkot ako dahil biglaan talaga, no. I just saw him before the end of 2022, and I didn't expect that ganun kabilis ang pagkawala ni President Ed Picson.
Actually, nakita kami ni Paring Ed, nabiro ko pa siya. Pare, ba't ang payat mo ngayon? Alam mo naman si Paring Ed Picson na yung kanyang sense of humor and his wit, talagang pambihira yan eh. Ang kagad na sinabi niya, bakit? Bawal bang magpa-sexy? Sabi niya sa akin. Siyempre pa na yung ensayo ko ngayon. You know, that's the kind of man he was, no? Ayaw niyang sabihin kung ano yung kanyang dinaramdam. Sapagkat ayaw niya maging burden sa ibang tao. He was just a very jolly person. Of course, very frank, very honest sa kanyang mga opinion. When I was in the PSC, he told me a lot of things. Marami siya naging payo sa akin. And talagang... and of course, his support was unwavering. Yun naman ang bilib na bilib ako. He was really very, very supportive. He would tell me noong araw kung anong mali ko, but he would also support me to hell. Kaya malaki talagang kawalaan ang ating kaibigan si Paring Ed Picson. But, and I know during our radio days, those were the fun days kung saan makikita mo yung tunay na Ed Picson, lalong-lalo na pag naglabas na ng mga kung ano-anong mga terminology yan. Ibang-iba ang tumatatak sa atin. Alright, bago natin pasukin yung mga takes natin this morning, Coach Alan, kahapon was a victory for TNT. What was the most impressive thing na nagawa ng TNT para sa iyo in this particular series?
Well, number one for me is how Ronde Hollis Jefferson really defended against Brownlee. We all know that when we talk about the finals, it's all about a Justin Brownlee show. But it was totally different when it was Ronde Hollis Jefferson who was defending against him. And number two, how aggressive he was every time he's being defended by the locals of Barangay Ginebra. Yung talagang nakikita ko na wala siyang katakot-takot talaga. And the leadership and the strength of TNT really came from such a leader and a talent like Ronde Hollis Jefferson.
Well, unbelievable. Ang ginawa, of course, ni Ronde Hollis Jefferson kahapon, 29 points, 10 out of 25 shooting, but 18 points coming in the second half. Pambihira talaga. Obviously, yan ang mga klase ng import na dapat ibalik, dapat alagaan. Kumbaga, kung may Justin Brownlee ang Ginebra, well, RHJ is somebody na very, very ripe for being a resident import ng koponan. Alright, I think kasama na po natin din ngayon mga kapatid. Walang iba kundi si Sir Ray Hoble. Ray, magandang umaga. Thank you for joining us sa Fast Take. Ray? Ayan. Ray, can you hear me?
Hi, Com.
Magandang umaga.
Can you hear me?
Yes, of course.
Good morning.
All right. Well, thank you sa muling pagbalik dito sa Fast Take. Alam mo, pinag-uusapan namin ni Coach Alan lang yung mga tungkol sa nangyari kagabi. Para sa iyo lang, Ray, what was the, I guess, most impressive na nagawa ng TNT dito sa seryeng ito?
Well, first of all, of course, Coach Jojo Lastimosa. No, we know him ever since when he was still a player with Alaska. He has been the Ginebra Slayer, and he has brought it all the way to becoming a good coach. Yeah. Oh.
Wow, ang gandang take noon, Ray. Hindi ko na naalala yan, but si Jojo pala was really a kontrapelo ng Ginebra nung panahon na yon.
Yes, he was, no, nung pala naglalaro siya sa Alaska. Several times he was able to beat Ginebra, the 1991 third conference, 'di ba, nung tinalo nila yung Ginebra, kalaban nila no first Alaska Championship, no. Then in 1996 Grand Slam, Ginebra na naman ang kalaban nila. No, so si Jojo Lastimosa talaga, in terms of slaying Ginebra, it's no stranger to him, no?
Well,
So of course,
I remember yung kanyang battles with Coach Jowo during that time, and of course the very very famous incident that happened between Sonny Jaworski and Jojo Lastimosa. But wow, that's a very very nice and important take. All right, gentlemen, I have to go to our fast take issues of the morning, kaya sisimulan ko na. Again, alam nyo na ang drill dito sa ating fast take. Walang tama, walang mali. Ang opinion nyo lang ang mahalaga. And of course, bato-bato sa langit. Tamaan, wag magagalit. Here's the first issue of the day. Ito ay patungkol sa ating parating na Southeast Asian Games, kung saan tayo naghahangad na mabalik ang gintong medalya sa basketball with our Gilas Pilipinas Redeem Team. Pero ang tanong, sa tinatakbo ng training ng Gilas Pilipinas, sa tingin nyo ba ay magiging madali pa rin ang pagbawi ng ginto sa SEA Games? I'll begin with you, Coach Alan. 1 minute. Go!
Marami tayong nakukuhang mga kwento. Hindi tayo nakakakompleto ng ating mga practices. But the thing right here that we have thought of na ginagawa naman, na sana magawa na natin yung pinaka-core talaga ng ating koponan. And then fill it up with a lot of solid role players. Ang mangyayari lang dito, is a familiarity. We know for a fact that, and everybody knows this, that when we were starting Gilas 1, it took how many years before we got the real success and camaraderie and unity of the team. And it will be very hard to achieve that for the Gilas team that will be playing for the Southeast Asian Games. And number two, we know for a fact that Indonesia is really preparing very hard. Lester Prosper knows that he can really battle it out against our locals. So it will be very, very hard, and I hope we can really get the right combination for the Southeast Asian Games.
All right. Well, good point na ang Indonesia ay naghahanda na. In fact, that is, I think, a major concern para kay Coach Shot, or inggit na inggit siya dun sa mga nangyayari. Nasa Australia yata yung Indonesian national team. Yeah. All right, Ray, same thing sa tinatakbo ng training ng Gilas Pilipinas, medyo kulang-kulang. Sa tingin mo ba, mababawi pa natin ang SEA Games gold medal sa darating na Mayo? 1 minute, Ray, go!
Well, you were right about that, Noli, when you said that Indonesia is really preparing hard. In fact, they have been in Australia for about a month now, and even beating yung mga local clubs there, no? And of course, it's not going to be easy for Gilas Pilipinas with the player availability. We have Junmar Fajardo still doubtful, Japet Aguilar even, no, and Roger Pugoy is definitely out because of a fractured hand, no? And isa pa nga, wala rin yung mga players from Japan V-League. But it's not going to be easy, but I think Gilas Pilipinas will have its last say here. I think they're going to regain the gold medal here, even on the most difficult way, Commissioner.
Wow! Big take there, Ray. Malaking ba na yan, na makukuha natin, and parang guaranteed na mananalo. Ako, I share that opinion. Obviously, we are all rooting for our national team at gusto nating makuha muli ang gintong yan na dapat naman ay talagang atin. But it's going to take a lot of work. Maganda at natapos na ang PBA. Ngayon, makakapunta na doon ang mga players ng dalawang koponan, ng Ginebra at Tokentex, na talaga naman yun ang core ng koponan, no? And that is my take lang. I just hope that next time, kumuha tayo ng mga players sa labas ng PLDT at San Miguel. Sapagkat napakarami pa rin naman player dyan na magagaling, na sayang because they were already on vacation. Nakapaghanda na sana tayo na mas maaga. I know that the coaching staff is trying to keep the pool limited dahil pinaghahanda na rin natin ang World Cup. But the SEA Games is more achievable than the World Cup. So I think dapat nating bigyan pa ng mas malaking pansin ang programa na kung saan talaga tayo ang hari ng basketball. Alright, let's go to our second take or issue of the morning. Ito ay tungkol naman sa napaka-exciting na NBA playoffs, kung saan maraming mga koponan at serye ay tumatabla. Isa na dyan, ay ang serye ng Sacramento Kings at ng defending champions Golden State Warriors. So ang tanong, Ray, ikaw mauna, kaya pa bang depensahan ng Golden State Warriors ang NBA title nila despite being down 1-2 sa serye? 1 minute, Ray, go!
Well, I think, Commissioner, kaya pa naman nilang makabalik sa series. So we can see the championship poise pa rin itong Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry last time around at the 36-point performance, including that long three-point shot before the halftime break, no? But hindi lang si si Steph Curry yung mga heroes dito na maituturing natin. Meron din siyang mga contributions na unlikely, particularly kay Moses Moody, who had 13 points. This is probably the best game of Moses Moody dito sa post-game postseason ng NBA. But of course, the biggest development here, Draymond Green is coming back on Monday, di ba? After temporarily losing his head, and hopefully he'll get his head back.
Ang ganda nun. Alam mo naman si Draymond Green, always a factor whether playing or not playing. Coach Alan, same issue. Alam naman natin, maraming Pilipino is nandiyan sa Golden State, sa San Francisco. Kaya ba bang depensahan ng Golden State Warriors ang kanilang NBA title? 1 minute, Coach. Go!
You know, Com is a very solid team, no? Sabi nga ng marami, every time naglalaro na maganda, itong si Steph Curry, coupled with the support coming from Clay, and then with the focus coming from Draymond Green, this is a championship pedigree kind of a team. No, they've been there, they've done that. They have so many weapons. Jordan Poole scored 16 points, and you know that he can double whatever output the other guys from the other team is doing. The support is very, very solid. So, ang pinag-uusapan na lang natin dito ano ang makakalaban nila sa susunod, no? Is it going to be the Grizzlies? Is it going to be the Lakers? But for now, kailangan muna manalo sila on the road, no? It's been a big struggle on the part of the Golden State Warriors. I think that right now they're 11-30. Pero pag ganyan ang magiging record nila, mahihirapan sila na maka-step forward pa, no? It is really the struggle on the road that they have to solve the earliest possible time.
I love that, yung pointing out kung gaano kahirap ang tatahakin ng Golden State, Coach Alan. I agree with you. I love Golden State. I love Steph Curry. One of my favorites. But, ako, feeling ko, mukhang they will have a more difficult time, and I'm going out on a limb. I don't think madidepensahan ng Golden State Warriors this time around ang kanilang corona. I think they may fall against the Sacramento Kings na talaga namang ganadong-ganado, lalong-lalo na ang fan base nila, and I think that counts for so much in a playoff scenario, lalong-lalo na yung winning on the road. Alright, let's go to our third and final take of the morning. Alam naman natin kung gaano kagaling at gaano kahalaga si Scottie Thompson sa naging title run ng Barangay Ginebra. Kinapos lamang, but we know that si Scottie Thompson is now perhaps one of the best, if not the best player in the PBA. But there was a time na ang hari ng Ginebra was Mark Kagiwa. So ang tanong, sino ang mas gusto mo? Peak Scottie Thompson or peak Mark Kagiwa? Coach Alan, 1 minute, go!
Well, Mark Kagiwa, 11 championships, 1 MVP, won a back-to-back BPOC, scored 45 points in one game, led the league in scoring, 24 points, 24.7 points in 2007-2008, member of the 10,000 points. Pero ito si Scottie Thompson, talagang Mr. Triple-Double, no? Started his career with 5.15 points. Now he's averaging about 17 points per game. But my bet goes peak Mark Kagiwa.
Wow! Wow! Heavy numbers and ika nga sa batas, res ipsa loquitur. Alright, Ray, same question. Peak Scottie Thompson o peak Mark Kagiwa? 1 minute, Ray. Go!
Commissioner, I think Mark Kagiwa is the best scorer no na-produce ng Ginebra. But I think the best all-around player Ginebra was able to produce was Scotty Thompson. So I could say that Scotty Thompson is the closest thing to Robert Jaworski when it comes to value, doing everything, rebounding, scoring, assisting, and particularly then serving as a glue guy for his team. No, ganon din yung ginagawa ni Robert Jaworski before. No, nabigay na nga ni Coach Alan yung mga numbers na na-produce ni Mark Kagiwa. But I think it's only a matter of time that Scotty Thompson would also catch up with Mark Kagiwa in terms of those achievements.
Wow! So, Scotty Thompson kay Reyes, Mark Kagiwa kay Coach Alan. Ako, that analogy with Sonny Jaworski is big, Rey. But I also have an analogy for Mark Kagiwa. Sa buong kasaysayan ko sa PBA, dalawa lamang ang players na narinig kong sinisigaw ang kanilang pangalan sa gitna ng napakagandang championship. Sonny Jaworski and Mark Kagiwa. I mean, I was there when they were shouting Mark Kagiwa, and I feel that these are two of the best players that ever played the game. But at the end of the day, it's always just fun to watch Mark Kagiwa and Scotty Thompson, lalong-lalo na if you're a big Ginebra fan. Gentlemen, Ray, gusto ko mag-special thanks sa iyo. Alam ko late na nakuha mo yung invitation ng aking producer na si Mike Santillan. But again, thank you so much for being such a trooper. And of course, Coach Alan, always my brother, thank you for being here. And regards to Tita Lucille. Maraming salamat sa inyong dalawa.
Thanks, Coach Alan.
Thank you, Ray. See you. Thank you, and more power.
Maraming salamat. Mga kaibigan, Coach Alan Gregorio and Sir Ray Hoble sa ating fast take. Nako, napakalalaki ng mga takes ni Ray yung umagang ito. Very, very interesting. Alright, before we take a break, isa muna pong paalala mula sa ating mga kaibigan from Smart. Puso Pilipinas is a movement to celebrate the Filipino athlete powered by Smart. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Get a chance to win exclusive Puso Pilipinas merch by sharing their Facebook page in your social media accounts with hashtag Puso Pilipinas. The Giga Life app is the latest mobile app from Smart that lets you discover and enjoy your passions with the different Giga promos. It can be downloaded and used by Smart Postpaid, Smart Prepaid, Bro Prepaid, and TNT subscribers via the Apple or Google Play Store. What can the Giga Life app do for me? Check your balance, monitor your current subscription, top up using debit credit card, subscribe to the latest Giga promos, monitor your data consumption, auto-detect your mobile number when you are connected to Smart Network one-tap subscription to the most popular offer, Giga Video 99. And of course, Power and Play is powered by Smart. Live Smart! When we return, ang ating pumakasama ang bagong kampiyon na head coach ng TNT, Coach Jojo Lastimosa. Ito po ang Power and Play atid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, Cherry Tigo, Chooks to Go at ng True Religion. Ang oras po natin, 8:38 ng umaga.
I dare to dream big, to be a voice of my generation, to inspire resilience in the face of roadblocks. And in sharing my stories, I let others share in my passion.
Follow Kai's stories on Twitter and share yours with Smart Double Giga Stories. Share 2 times the passion with 2 gigabytes for Twitter and more. Guaranteed every day, plus data for all sites.
Simple, smart ako.
Nag-uumapaw sa real chicken juice na swak sa panlasa ng buong pamilya. Available in sweet roast,
pepper roast, at harissa roast variants. Chooks to go. Masarap kahit walang sauce. Tawag na sa Chooks to Go Delivery Hotline 8687-1010 o online sa chookstogodelivery.com or via GrabFood at Foodpanda.
It's a true summer sa Radyo 5 True FM. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
May namiss ka bang mga shoot, pasa at hiyawan? Ngayon, hindi na! Dahil araw-araw mo nang mapapanood ang mga paborito mong sports program sa TV.
Watch us on these channels. Free TV Channel 41, Signal TV Channel 6, Sky Cable Channel 59.
One Sports! Ito ang go-to tambayan for your favorite sports programs. Dito ka na sa paboritong tambayan mo pagdating sa sports.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Ang first fun serye ng trending kilig duo, Gerald Napoles
Ngayon pa ba susuro ang Team A?
at Kim Molina.
Gusto lang naman ng simple at masayang birthday para sa anak na.
Ang pamilya ang bida sa pagmamahalan, ang bida rin sa katatawanan.
Hindi ko talaga makita kung ano nakita mo dito sa asawa mo!
2 minutes to mention. Best Nainay.
Best Taytay! Best family ever!
Team A, tuwing Sabado, 9:30pm. Tutok na sa TV5.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
NBA fans, are you ready? NBA is back! Mas pinatinding NBA experience! Mas kapanapanabik at maksyong NBA basketball moments! Don't miss the new season of the NBA every Monday and Friday on One Sports and every Saturday and Sunday on TV5. Always a fan of the NBA.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Jonathan Haggerty, former one flyweight Muay Thai world champ.
I've been fighting the best fighters in the world.
Pipiliting sukitin ni Jonathan Haggerty ang titulo laban kay Nong Ohana.
Continues to add to his unbelievable legacy. The bantamweight Muay Thai World
Abangan ang
Championship.
pangharap sa One Fight Night 9 ngayong April 22, Saturday 9pm dito lang sa One Sports.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Tutukan gabi-gabi ang malalimang pagsisiyasat ng mga napapanahong balita. Hihimayin ang iba't ibang anggulo para sa mas malawak na diskusyon at impormasyon. Samahan sina Ed Lingao at Mian Los Baños mula sa Frontline tonight, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, 10:35pm sa TV5.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Broadcasting from the Radyo 5 studios in Reliance Street, Mandaluyong City, in Mega Manila. 25,000 watts of true broadcast quality. Mas pinalakas, mas pinalawak, mas pinalinaw na tunog ng AM sa FM. Ito ang 92.3 Radyo 5, True FM. True FM. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Power and Play with Noli Iyala.
Naimbag na bigat kada kayo amin sa lahat po ng ating mga tagapakinig at mga suki dyan po sa Baguio City. And of course, kamusta po kayong lahat din sa mga nakikinig sa atin via Facebook Live all over the world. Kahapon, nanalo na ang TNT Tropang Giga ng kanilang first Governor's Cup title. And of course, the celebration continues. Kaya po kami ngayon nagpapasalamat dahil makakasama natin walang iba kung hindi ang bagong kampyon na head coach, Coach Jojo Lastimosa ng TNT Tropang Giga. Magandang umaga, Coach Jojo.
Hi, Nolly. Good morning.
Congratulations and thank you for joining us. Unang-una, nakatulog ka na ba? How was the celebration?
I think I slept at around 3 a.m. and woke up at around 7 o'clock. I'm not feeling well. So yesterday morning before the game, may konting sinat na ako. And, those sleepless nights, in the finals, got to me.
Taking its toll on you, obviously. That's a pressure cooker na pinasukan mo, Coach Joe. But I guess the more important part, despite the fact that, of course, I hope you're feeling well, nagising ka na ba? How satisfying is this championship for you, Coach Joe?
Very satisfying, and to do it against Tim, who's a close friend of mine, my former coach, it's extra special. I know he doesn't like it, but ganun talaga, you can't win them all. Sabi niya before sa amin, you can't win them all.
Was there extra motivation, Coach Joe, just going up against Coach Tim?
No, nothing. The good thing about it is that we both wanted to win, and of course they were the favorites coming into the finals, and there's no extra motivation for me other than I hope I don't embarrass myself in front of him.
Okay. But do you think that your familiarity with him, obviously you were an assistant coach sa ilalim niya, did that help a little bit? Although alam natin matagal na yon, and of course Tim has had a lot of other formulas in his bag, but nakatulong ba yon sa'yo?
I already know na si Tim would stick to his lineup, stick to his guns when he wants to win a series or a game. He would not experiment on his lineup. He would just play if he needs to about six guys, maybe 7 guys max. And that was kind of the trend in the finals. And ganun si Tim he already has a really short rotation.
All right.
And that one I know. I think kung meron kaming lamang sa kanila is that I rotated more people compared to them.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, yung mga magic bunot mo, mga magic hugot, malaking bagay. Let me ask you also, before I go to your team, were you surprised that Tim used Jeremiah Gray more than Stanley Pringle in this particular series?
I think for him, the way he thinks is that he wants Jeremiah Gray to learn. He wants him to get an experience, for future use. He's still not used to being in that kind of situation. So he's got a lot of potential, that's for sure. And Stanley Pringle, I'm thinking that maybe si Stanley was not 100%. That's just my thinking.
All right, let's go back to Game 6. Kagabi, yung championship ninyo. Alam natin that pagka natatalo ang Ginebra, they will come back strong. And everybody expected that. Everybody knew they were gonna come out firing. And ganun na nga nangyari in the first quarter. Justin Brownlee was just on fire. They were attacking the middle. They went up by 11. And yet you stayed calm. The team never panicked, Coach Jojo.
It helps when you have a veteran presence like a Jason, Kelly, and Mikey has been there. He's just in the league for about 2-3 years, but Mike is already a vet, and it helps to have that kind of calming presence sa team namin. And it's a combination of both youth and veteran leadership, and that really helps.
Well, he finally delivered, si Mikey, a big first half. In fact, in When I posted last night, sabi ko, this will forever be known as the Mikey Williams first half show. 26 points, 7 threes in the first half. Coach Joe, how special was that for you? Was there any special instructions before the game? Was that part of the game plan?
No, but Mikey was ready. We had a practice the day before, and his demeanor was calm, and he's ready to go. And I'm really happy that Mikey was able to produce when the team needed him. And you take away the 38 points from Mikey, I don't know where we're gonna end up. Because the other guys didn't play that well offensively, but they were very good on defense. But it's more than compensated that the lack of scoring from Calvin and maybe from Glenn and even Jason. Jason didn't have a really good game last night.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, that's the other thing, no. Tim Cones praised your defense, Coach Jojo. Sabi niya it's a different team, and again, it's your influence. Na ngayon, mas malakas na daw yung depensa nyo. Saan nanggaling yun, Coach Jolas? Was that really the emphasis? We know that saying, games will be won on offense, but championships are won by defense. Was that really the focus in this particular series?
In the finals, it's hard to win a series if you don't play both ends. We were the scoring leader in the eliminations, but somehow I said, we need to improve our defense because we won't be able to survive a series if we just rely so much on our scoring. And we have very good two-way players in our team, and our team defense improved from game to game. And bringing in Ronde had a lot of impact in terms of individual defense and even team defense. Ronde is such a great communicator, and he's a really good on-ball defender too.
I want to pick up on that since you nabanggit mo na si Ronde Hollis Jefferson, best import of the conference. 18 of his 29 came in the second half, but none bigger, of course, than the kind of defense he played on Justin Brownlee. Aside from the tangibles, alam natin yung rebounds niya, yung kanyang puntos, yung blocks. What was his biggest intangible, Coach Jolas, sa team, lalong-lalo na in this series?
I think his calm demeanor in timeouts. You don't see Ronde ranting, being loud and getting riled up. He stays very calm in timeouts, and he talks to the players in a really calm voice, and the players listen to him, and that's huge because the players are actually coaching themselves, and it's a less burden for the coaches.
But talking about players, Coach, sabi ko kanina may mga magic bunot ka, and that's because of all the injuries that have hit both your teams, no? Nawala sa inyo si Justin Chua and of course RR Pogoy. Nawala of course sa Ginebra si LA, and Japet came back a little late. But you seem to have adjusted more. Your bench came up big. Kib, MGR, Kelly, Glenn. How was the the mindset, the thinking of going deep into your rotation, Coach Jolas?
I know I can depend on those guys, especially Kib. Kib hasn't played the whole conference, and being called upon to step into a starter's role because Roger was out. That's huge for us. He had a really nice game 4 or 5. And Kib, he's gonna fight tooth and nail. That's what I like about Kib, and Glenn too. Glenn's offense might come and go, but his defense is always there. His rebounding is always there, and I think I'm happy about Matt last night. Matt Rosser. I think the minutes that he played last night, I think he was probably plus 6, plus 8, plus 10, probably in that stretch that he was on the floor. Short time that he was there, so. If you have guys stepping in on short notice and producing, that helps a lot to our cause.
This series started with a big Ginebra win. Then it became, of course, 2-1 after you won the second and they won the third. But where do you attribute the turning point in this particular series outside of the injury that happened to Justin Brownlee, or at least the illness?
For me personally, I don't know about the other guys. For me personally, when we won game 2, I think if I remember correctly, I think I told the team that after we won that, I said, hey, this just means that we can beat these guys. It's only one game, but I know we're able to do it. And there's no reason for us not to beat them again. So it's sort of parang gave us confidence going into the coming games.
All right. Well, unang pagkatalo ni Justin Brownlee in his career in the PBA, in the finals, of course, and of course, yung dominance ng Ginebra has been broken in the Governor's Cup, and a lot of that is because of RHJ. Have you found your resident import, Coach Jolas?
It depends because he is trying out for some NBA teams. He said he's going to join some training camps and maybe play in the summer league in Vegas. And I wouldn't be surprised if a team would give him a second look. But I want the best for Ronde. I want him to be back, but at the same time, I want to be selfish and bring him over and bring it back again next year.
Yeah. And run it again. All right, Jo, I know you have had a lot of championships in your career as a player. This is your first, of course, as a head coach, and of course in a team that you were supposed to temporarily take over. You are the team manager concurrently of the team. Before I get to that, compare this championship as a coach to your other championships as a player.
The feeling is the same. You get a sense of relief after the final buzzer.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, meron yatang party line.
Push. Kaya wala pa ning connect sa kanda.
Dala may party line. Mike, may party line ba tayo? All right, Coach Jo, go ahead.
Hello?
Pakibigyan nyo na nga yung delivery. Baka Mike? Nagugulo si Coach Jolas. Okay na?
May guest pala tayong iba, di mo sinabi sa akin ko, makala ko ba solo ako dito?
Oo nga Akala ko rin Hindi ko alam kung minumulto tayo o may party line lang talaga. Go ahead, Coach Jolas.
It's equally fulfilling. After the final buzzer, there's just a sense of relief pag natapos na, because although I always say that I would rather be playing than coaching on the sidelines, because when I'm playing, at least I have control over the things that I can do inside the floor. In coaching, kasi you just stand back and hopefully the players will make the right decisions at the right time.
Oh, but like you mentioned, no, talagang it took a lot from you. Nagkasakit-sakit ka na. I know that when you coach, it's also very, very draining. But what did this prove to yourself with this successful conference? You were top of the elimination round. You got past the quarterfinals and of course the semifinals, and a 4-2 win in the finals. Anong napatunayan ito, Coach Jolas, for you personally as a coach now that you have done it?
I don't know how to answer that, because even me, I was surprised about our run in the eliminations. I think, this little experiment from our bosses actually turned out to be a good decision on their part.
Wow, this is
me. I have no idea. I'm gonna step in and hopefully we can do well. And then we started winning, and then the players we're just playing for each other. And I could see the teamwork, especially when Ronde came in. Even before Ronde came in, I think they were really determined to do something special in this conference. So I'm as surprised as everyone is with the result, but it proves that I think if there's one thing that I have proven is that Tim and Justin Brownlee can be beaten, which is a really, really tough thing to do.
Especially in the PLDT franchise because alam natin, sinubukan na yan ni Coach Norman several times with Alan Durham with no luck. And, finally in the Governor's Cup, Justin Brownlee finally goes down. That, again, you said that this is an experiment. This started as an experiment because nga si Coach Chot is full-time sa Gilas preparing for the SEA Games and of course the World Cup. But Coach Jolas, I guess the question that is begged is, would you run it back? Would you do it over again? Alam ko, nag-usap na kayo because of the championship, but I don't know if this has been discussed. But kung meron man na offer again to do it, after all that you've been through, would you do it again?
I will have to think about that. But, I'm a good soldier. I'll do whatever is asked of me. I'm a team player. And I know how to relate with the coaches. I know how to relate with the players, and I can do it again. Although it will be really hard. But you never know. So I might say no now, and then eventually end up there on the bench again. So you never know.
Baka may bagong experiment na naman right after because we know, of course, the Chot will still be very busy all the way till September until the World Cup. So a lot of things will happen. Of course, you're gonna go on break. I guess that's my next question. Now that you wear your other hat, your team manager's hat, anong plano ng team, Coach Jolas? Muna, and of course, as we near the PBA draft.
Roger is up for an extension, so he has already intimated to me, intimated that he want a fresh extension. He still has one more year left, but gusto niya ng 2 taon. Sabi ko, yeah, why not? So he wants to stay here, and Roger's happy here. And we just signed Kelly with an extension just a few days ago before Game 3. Before Game 3,
that's good.
For
1 year,
signed a 1 year contract.
All right,
yeah, for 1 year. He's taking it one year at a time,
See Jason,
I'm
Coach.
glad. See Jason, I just signed him to an extension of 2 years too. So Jason has 2 more years left.
And what about Mikey Williams? So how is Mikey?
Mikey, we still have him for 2 more years. So
2 more years.
I think the core of the team is still intact. And Calvin, he has a fresh 3-year deal. Glenn, I think Glenn's the one who's expiring. And Boy, I think he has 1 more year left. So and other than that, we were already thinking about and looking for another big man probably. Just an insurance, in the future. You never know what's gonna come up. Maganda na yung meron kang backup kesa wala.
Matagal-tagal din ang pahinga ninyo, Coach Jola. So anong gagawin ng team from now until I guess the next conference?
We have a PBA tour. Itong May 21 yata mag-start. That's 11 games, and it's a time for our young players to get some valuable playing time.
Yeah.
Like a JD. So mabibigyan siya ng time, and Kib too, just to get in shape. But the vets, I'm gonna sit out the vets, so they have this whole maybe 4 or 5 months of just enjoying the fruits of their labor. But at the same time for the guys who are in Gilas, so sila lang yung medyo magdedoble yung trabaho.
And for you, Coach Jolas, what is in store with you and Butchik and the family? Are you going on a well-deserved and long break?
we were in fact we were talking about that in the series, like, I really want to go on a road trip, going north, stop by Pangasinan, Tarlac, Campigan. Sige, pag-usapan natin yan pagkatapos na ng trip yan. So I think that's what we're planning to do. We're gonna go on a road trip and see some sights and enjoy some really good food out of town. So mag-food trip kami dalawa.
All right. Well, Coach Joe, obviously the kasunod nito is yung botohan ng Coach of the Year, and many are saying that it's you are of course going to be a top nominee. Is that something that you're looking forward to?
No. No. No, there's
Kilala kita, Joe. You're very humble. I know you're very humble. We were together in college, so I know what you know. But you're and that's what I like with you're the kind of leadership that you've shown.
The last thing I want to to think about is that one. I didn't even know that I'm a candidate. So if there's going to be if we're going to be awarded that honor, I think the whole coaching staff should be included. They should share it because Josh Reyes, si Sandy, Yuri, Coach Lale, sila Bong Rabs, sila Rani Del. They've been the backbone of this of this run, and not a lot of people know that. But we have a really good coaches behind me, so they deserve it, not me.
Before I let you go, one of the things na pinupulsuhan namin dito is this the beginning of another dynastic run for TNT? Do you think you have the core really to continue this success that you've started?
Yeah, we have Mikey, we have Roger, we still have Calvin, Poy's still pretty young, and Kib's still there, Jason is still there. For the next 2-3 years, if the guys stay healthy, I think we can be really, really consistent here.
Yeah. Well, Coach Jolas, I'm very happy for you. Alam naman natin, nag-usap tayo just before you went into the playoffs. I was very, very excited to finally to see you there coaching and leading this team, and now you've won the championship. Hats off, partner, and I look forward to seeing you, and hopefully we can play a round of golf. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Maraming salamat. Mga kaibigan, the champion head coach ng TNT, Tropang Giga, walang iba kung hindi si Coach Jojo Lastimosa. Grabe ang nangyari sa kanya. Sabi nga niya, eksperimento. But what an experiment for the TNT franchise, championship at the end of that experiment. And yan ang mga eksperimentong talaga namang sulit na sulit at saktong-sakto ang timpla para sa kuponan. Congratulations again to the TNT Tropang Giga. Alright, bago tayo mag-break, silipin muna natin ang ating mga viral videos at pop culture sa mundo ng palakasan sa Stop and Pop.
Power and Play with Noli Iyala.
Ang title po ng video ito ngayong umagang ito ay Who Let the Dog Out? Panoorin niyo po ito ha. Sa video ito, makikita ang isang track athlete na nagki-clear ng hurdles. Pagdating niya sa dulo, may biglang humarang iba pang hurdle. May asong pumarado sa dadaanan mismo ng atleta. Mabuti na lang, may presence of mind si kuya at natalunan ang humarang na aso para bang isang hurdle na kayang-kaya lamang lundagan. Nadagdagan ang hurdle, nadagdagan din ang tuwa. At yan po ang ating Stop and Pop moment. When we return, ang ating po mga kasama ang Unified Super Bantamweight Champion of the World, Marlon Tapales. Ito po ang Power and Play. Hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, Cherry Tigo, Chooks to Go at ng True Religion.
I dare to dream big. To be a voice of my generation. To inspire resilience in the face of roadblocks. And in sharing my stories, I let others share in my passion.
Follow Kai's stories on Twitter and share yours. With Smart Double Giga Stories. Share 2 times the passion with 2 gigabytes for Twitter and more. Guaranteed every day. Plus data for all sites.
Simple. Smart ako.
Nag-uumapaw sa real chicken juice na swak sa panlasa ng buong pamilya. Available in sweet roast, pepper roast, at harissa roast variants. Chooks to go. Masarap kahit walang sauce. Tawag na sa Chooks to Go Delivery Hotline 8687-1010 o online sa chookstogodelivery.com or via GrabFood at Foodpanda.
It's a true summer sa Radyo 5 True FM. Dito tayo sa totoo. Mga Marites, para di mahuli, mamaya na maghugas ng plato. Dahil walang kamay na kailangang hugasan sa kwentuhang alamang punot dulo. Christy for Minute. Christy for Minute. May maililihim ba kay Nanay Christy? Sa 92.3 Radyo 5 True FM. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Tutukan gabi-gabi ang malalimang pagsisiyasat ng mga napapanahong balita. Hihimayin ang iba't ibang anggulo para sa mas malawak na diskusyon at impormasyon. Samahan sina Ed Lingao at Mian Los Baños mula sa Frontline tonight, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, 10:35 p.m. sa TV5.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Na-miss mo ba ang game kagabi? Gusto mo bang malaman ang latest happening sa sports? Like and follow us on social media. Pwede mo nang balik-balikan ang mga paborito mong games anytime, kahit saan. At pwede mo nang i-share sa tropa. Dito lang tayo sa nag-iisang go-to tambayan ng lahat at One Sports PHL on social media.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Ang first fun serye ng trending kilig duo, Gerald Napoles
Ngayon pa ba susuro ang Team A?
at Kim Molina.
Gusto ko lang naman ng simple at masayang birthday para sa anak na.
Ang pamilya ang bida sa pagmamahalan, ang bida rin sa katatawanan.
Hindi ko talaga makita kung ano nakita mo dito sa asawa mo!
2 minute to mention. Best Nainay.
Best Taytay! Best family ever!
Team A, tuwing Sabado, 9:30 p.m. Tutok na sa TV5.
Dito tayo sa totoo. Masarap pakinggan ang katotohanan. Dito tayo sa totoo. Walang kasinungalingan. Tunay na kapatid, iyong maaasahan. Saan man sa bansa at sa mundo na may Pilipino. Dito tayo sa totoo.
25,000 watts ng totoong tunog ng FM radio.
Totoong pinalakas, totoong pinagtibay ng mga batikang mamamahayag sa paghahatid ng news,
Public service,
entertainment, music, information at inspiration para sa bawat kapatid, bawat Pilipino. Ito ang 92.3 Radyo 5 True FM. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Power and Play with Com Noli Iyala.
Kung po tayo magpatuloy, binabati ko po lahat ng mga nagsasapit ng kanilang mga birthday. Lalong-lalo na ang aking better half. My one and only, my dear Irene. Happy birthday, tweets. I hope you enjoy your day today. Binabati ko rin ang aking ng happy birthday si Dr. Judy Ann Uy, si Anthony Sia, si Julius Manicad. Happy birthday also. To lahat sa inyo, happy birthday. Enjoy your day today. All right. At this point, ipapasok na po natin ang ating i-feature. One of the I guess most successful programs that we've seen in a while sa ating pong slam book.
Power and Play with Com Noli Iyala.
Sila po ay nagwagi sa 2023 International Ice Hockey Federation Divisional World Championship na ginanap sa Mongolia. Bukod sa pagkapanalo nila sa host team, marami pa silang mga kuponang tinalo. In fact, they swept the tournament at sila po ay ngayon up for promotion up to Division 2. Ang ating po mga kasama, walang iba kung hindi ang miyembro ng victorious Philippine Ice Hockey Team, sila Steven Foglister, Miguel Relampagos at Jello Tegaronita. Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. I'm not very familiar because I did not see you when I was in the PSC, pero I will get to know you. Who's Steven?
That's me.
All right,
Hi.
Steven. All right, and of course, Miguel, good morning.
Hi, good morning po.
And Jello, kamusta?
Good morning po.
All right, good. And I'm just so happy to have you on the show. First of all, congratulations are in order for a sweep of the tournament and winning the divisional championship, Division 4 in the recently concluded Ice Hockey World Championships Division 4. I want to ask, maybe I'll begin with you, Steven. Were you surprised with the team's performance in Mongolia?
No, I'm not surprised. I know what we were capable of, and I know how hard we trained for this tournament. So, not surprised at all. I knew, I was very aware of our capabilities.
Considering all of the teams that you were going up against, you beat Kuwait 14-0. Of course, the overtime win against Mongolia. Miguel, how satisfying was that particular win, considering that last year you skipped the championships because of your inability, so to speak, to train for the last 18 months. How satisfying was this victory this year in Mongolia?
Of course, for me po, it was very satisfying. I think being able to not train for the past 2 years because of the pandemic really hit us hard. But finally, to be able to compete and showcase, what we've been working very hard for was very. It felt like everything went into full circle with the hard work and everything that we put into.
And of course, all of the challenges and obstacles along the way for the ice hockey program, and I want to talk about that a little later. Jello, how long did you prepare for the championships?
Honestly, I would say we started preparing right even before the pandemic happened, but as the pandemic happened, I think everyone did their best to be in shape since there was no ice in the Philippines, so I guess we did a good job in preparing for it.
Obviously, the preparations bore fruit, and that's why it's a program that really needs a lot of support. Steven, I understand you have a Finnish coach. How is he? How much have you learned from him?
Yeah, Coach Yohani, he came into the Philippines around October, and I have to say he was very meticulous in his work with us. We trained really hard, he was very focused, and I think he dialed us all in for this tournament. Like, he prepared us really well.
What would you say was the key to the victory, Miguel, in Mongolia? What were the things that this team did, that you felt has improved even under your Finnish coach?
I think under our Finnish coach, we've been able to look into the very small details of everyone's individual game and as a team, as a whole na rin. But I think it's the small details about their games that made the biggest difference as well, which coach prepared us in advance. Like, for example, the overtime win against Mongolia. I think he prepared us well enough for that 3-on-3 throughout the months that he's been training us. And it's things like those that we're able to really bring our game to the next level.
Jello, kamusta yung experience mo sa Mongolia? Ano ba? Mahirap bang maglaro dun sa ice nila doon? Yung conditions? Was the travel difficult? Yung sleeping ninyo? How was it? How was your experience there?
I would say it was like a very different experience since, the Philippines is a very hot country. Tapos Mongolia, napakalamig. Like, sometimes harder to warm up because it's cold, so you don't sweat agad. But like, once we're on the ice, it just naturally happens where we're all focused on the game. So yeah, it's just fun to be there with the team.
All right. Well, I want to ask you guys, about your being part of the Philippine ice hockey team, and how taking up the sport. Steven, and I guess for all of you, when did you pick up the sport?
Well, I picked up the sport as a young boy because I grew up in Switzerland. So I started very young. Been playing this game now for over almost 30 years.
You don't look it, Steven.
It's the ice. It's always because we're in a cold environment.
Right. And Miguel, ikaw, obviously you are from Manila. In fact, I think your Tito Randy and Tanya is niloloko ko si Randy na manood ka ha.
Hi, Tita.
Igigilin ko kita mo. No, but how did you pick up this sport, and what did you like about ice hockey?
So I started playing ice hockey since I was around 4, because I grew up with 2 of my sisters and they started to figure skate. And I just thought to play ice hockey since they were figure skating as well. So my mom said, why don't you start skating in Mega Mall and playing hockey in Mega Mall? And that's exactly what I did.
Dito na sa SM yan?
Yes, dito. I grew up playing in Mega Mall talaga po.
Wow. And ikaw, Jello, ilang taong ka when you started playing ice hockey?
I would say I started around 9 years old.
Puro bata. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
What did you like about ice hockey, Jello?
I would say, I don't know, the physicality of the game.
Ba?
And, it's, I guess, kasi mainit sa Philippines, so it's the best time to like cool off.
Yeah, I know how physical ice hockey is. At least yung napapanood natin, the NHL, when they get really banged up, and sometimes there are fights, and of course the speed of the game. Steven, how demanding is this sport? What do you do to get into this kind of game shape, and what are the sacrifices that you've been through?
Well, beside the obvious on-ice practice, we do a lot of off-ice. Like we work out at the gym, but like you said, like speed is a big part of the game. So that's where we put a lot of focus on. Like the game has changed over the years. It's not necessarily anymore about who's the bulkiest and the biggest guy, because the games switch more. It's still tough. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, it's still a very tough game, but speed plays a much bigger factor now, and that's why I think it's a sport that Filipinos can excel in too.
That's a good point. I mean, even though we are not a cold country, we don't have snow, we are a tropical country. It's obvious that this is a sport where you guys have proven that we can excel. Miguel, are there areas of your game that you are working on? In other words, ano ba mga personal goals mo pa to improve in this particular sport? Yeah, bumalik yung party line. Party line. Mute na natin, Mike. I think we have I think we have people on the line. All right, naka-mute na yung party line.
Yeah.
All right, Miguel, go ahead, please.
So I think personally, getting better off the ice is a progressive process kasi po. So I think conditioning-wise, everyone in our team, including myself, can still improve. Skill-wise, I think we have a lot of individual skill because hockey is a very complex sport po. So there's a lot of things that we can work on and still continue to get better at, such as shooting, passing, skating, pa rin. And that's the beauty of it for me. I think hockey is a sport where you think you've made it already, you think that you're already good, but then something comes up and you want to just keep on improving. And I think that's the wonderful thing about hockey, honestly. So.
Well, Jello, lahat ng athletes usually pattern their style, their game sa kanilang mga idol. Is there a particular player that inspires you or that you idolize in hockey that you are using as a model to improve your game in the sport?
I wouldn't say I have like a specific player na I'm idolizing, because I idolize a lot of players based on like their own unique skills where they excel at. So I want to like get all of those like skills like them and be like the best version.
All right. Well, let me go to the challenges of the sport. Steven, you've been there, I guess, the longest. And of course, you're one of the veterans leaders of this team. What are the challenges of ice hockey right now in order for it to maybe even grow and become more popular and we become more efficient and, I guess, successful in the international stage?
I've been part of the team since 2016, and just from my observation, I think it's visibility. The visibility of the sport is very little in the country. Like there's no dedicated ice rink, so that makes it hard for us to train because we have to train after the mall hours when public skating is over. So that already limits us in when and how much we can train.
All right. What about leagues? What about leagues? Do you have local leagues that where you can find talent?
Yeah, like there's the Philippine Hockey League, and matter of fact, today is the final day of the league. So tonight at Mall of Asia at 7, it starts at 5:30 with a bronze medal game, and then 7:45 is the gold medal game of the local Philippine Hockey League.
Miguel, let me ask you about the sport. Ito ba fit for Filipinos? Alam natin that ice hockey can be sometimes, as I mentioned, very physical, and sometimes nagkakapikunan, no? Because of the physicality and the bumping and the is it fit for the Filipinos with our temper, with our culture? And I guess lastly is the expense, kasi alam natin hindi mura ang paglalaro ng ice hockey.
So yes, I think hockey in terms of physicality is very appropriate for us. I think our height isn't necessarily a major factor. Our speed plays a wonderful role as Filipinos. Heart in terms of playing it's the perfect place to showcase heart talaga. Kasi sometimes it gets really difficult to perform on the ice and you just keep at it and keep fighting through. In terms of expenses naman, I think you just have to prioritize. Lessen shopping, syempre. Lessen other expenses in some way just to keep on playing and trying to find the best equipment possible to keep improving.
Jello, ikaw as a young player, how can young players start dito sa sport na to? If ever you're asked, kunyari, merong isang bata na nakikinig sa atin ngayon, how can he start ice hockey if he's very interested? Anong dapat niyang gawin?
I think the best way is to come out to the rink on Sundays for the learn to play. That's like the best way to get into the sport. Then once you improve, join a club, then work with the club.
All right. Well, a big win for the Philippines, as I mentioned a while ago. And this victory augurs well for ice hockey. Steven, how significant is this win now that you are moving up to the Division 2 of the International Ice Hockey Federation?
It meant everything for us. It was very significant, and as we now go to the one division up where I think we belong with our skill level, sky's the limit, really, we don't know yet where it's going to be, but we're going to face bigger and tougher countries. So we're going to start preparing soon for it.
What's up next for the Philippine team, Miguel?
So we do have World Championships again next year. But I believe in July there will be a local tournament as well for preparation and for us to enjoy the game on a more recreational level and just showcase our skills. So if you guys are free, come watch us in July for Chilla in Manila.
Wow, ganda. Nice one. Nice way to do to market the sport. And of course, finally, Jello, just sino bang who do you have to thank for this victory in Mongolia, and of course your I guess your message to all of the ice hockey fans in the Philippines.
I like to give thanks to the federation and PSC for like the support, and also all of the families and friends of the players, and everyone. And then I'd like to say if you want to try ice hockey, just come and join. It's a fun sport, and I think everyone will get into it.
I'm excited already, and I think people should really go out and watch ice hockey, enjoy the ice, and enjoy the sport. And I think with this victory, ice hockey should become a little more popular. And thank you for all your efforts and your sacrifices. I salute you for a terrific victory back in Mongolia. Maraming salamat. Steven Foglester, Miguel Relampagos, and Jello Tigaronita. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Mga kaibigan ng victorious Philippine Ice Hockey Team sa kagaganap lamang na international championships dyan po sa Mongolia. Now they're up to Division 2, and we hope that they can continue to elevate the sport and give more honor to the country. Alright, bago tayo magpatuloy, gusto ko lang po magpasalamat sa lahat ng tagapagtaguyod, taga-suporta ng Power and Play. We are going on our 6th year and going on strong. Gusto ko pa magpasalamat, of course, sa Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum sa ganitong pabago-bago ang panahon, mga kapatid. Sobrang init tapos biglang uulan. Kailangan natin ng matibay at protektadong bubong. Dapat ang bubong ay yerong may aluminum. Kapag may aluminum, tsak na pang matagalan. At isa lang ang alam kong dekalidad na yerong may aluminum, yan ang Cherry Loom, tibay protektado sa pang matagalang yero. Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum.
Thank you!
Cherry Tiggo 8 Pro, how needed is to have a 7-seater SUV that has a powerful engine, world-class safety standards, and the latest tech features. Bet you didn't know that the all-new Cherry Tiggo 8 Pro has all these features and more at a very affordable price range. Cherry Tiggo 8 Pro is equipped with a 1.6 turbocharged gasoline direct injection engine and an advanced driver assistance system and 12 other safety features, including autonomous emergency braking, lane keeping assist, and lane departure warning. The flagship Tiggo 8 Pro allows you more control of the wheel. What's great is you can also join the green revolution with Cherry Tiggo 8 Pro plug-in hybrid electric vehicle or PHEV. So book a test drive now via www.cherryauto.ph or visit a Cherry dealership near you.
Thank you!
Chooks to Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Subukan ang kanilang pinakabagong oven-roasted chicken na mas pinasarap dahil sa nag-uumapaw na flavorful chicken juice. Try their variants, harissa roast, sweet roast at pepper roast. Subukan din ang Chooks, the first dine-in restaurant ng Chooks to Go. Chooks to Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan.
Thank you!
True religion is in the Philippines, where passion meets power. Experience it firsthand. For your best style choices, visit True Religion at Conrad S. Maison Mall of Asia Complex, Resorts World Manila, and Hacienda Designer Outlet Silang, Cavite. Visit their newest branch at Grand Wing, Newport City Resorts World Manila. True Religion, where passion meets power.
Thank you!
Joyride, ang bago ninyong kasundo. Book Joyride Motorcycle Taxi for safe, affordable, quality, and fast rides. Mga kasundo, first booking nyo, use promo code JRMC Taxi and avail of the 50% off on your first motorcycle taxi ride. Ano pa ang hinihintay nyo? Download the JR Super App on Google Play Store and the App Store. Joyride, ang bago nyong kasundo. Elms Seafood Paluto. The latest offering of the Elms Resto Bar Group, located at Unit 2, Ground Floor, Calle Bistro, Ever Commonwealth, Quezon City. Enjoy their delectable seafood menu in a relaxed, casual dining atmosphere for your Salo seafood meal. Elms Seafood Paluto.
Thank you!
Skin Your Face and Body Anti-Aging Center with branches at Alabang Town Center and Green Hill San Juan. For your skin assessment and treatment schedule, just call 0917-890-1640 or 0977-809-8886.
Thank you!
ASEA Subic Beach Resort. Experience the getaway that you deserve and dive into limitless happenings, rejuvenating experiences, and gastronomic adventures. ASEA Subic Beach Resort.
Thank you!
And of course, Power and Play is powered by Smart. Live Smart.
Thank you!
Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng ating mga supporters. O siya nga pala, maraming isa ring big happy belated happy birthday sa aming bossing dito sa Radyo 5 92.3 True FM, Ma'am Cherry Baile. Dako, happy birthday po sa inyo. Thank you so much for all the support that you have given us sa Power and Play. Alright, at this point mga kapatid, it's time to bring in our celebrity champion and put him in the spotlight.
Power and Play with Noli Iyala.
Siya po ang current IBF WBA Super Bantamweight Champion of the World pagkatapos ng kanyang malaking panalo laban kay Uzbek Murodjon Akhmadaliev sa isang split decision sa San Antonio, Texas. Ang ating pong itatampok ngayon at ating makakapanayam sa In the Spotlight, walang iba kundi si World Champion Marlon Tapales. Magandang umaga, Marlon. Maraming salamat sa pagsama mo sa amin ngayon. Nasa ka ba ngayon?
Nandito lang ako sa likod ng bahay namin kasi nandito ako sa probinsya walang signal sa loob.
Oo, of course, ikaw ay taga Tubod, Lanao del Norte, Marlon. Congratulations. Unang-una, ang tanong ko ikaw ba nakababa na sa ulap? Nagising ka na ba sa pagkapanalo mo ng World Championships, Marlon?
Oo nga po ano po parang yun nga po, pag uwi ko dito, kala na ganun yung nangyari at saka
Ano ba ang pinakamasarap sa pagiging kampiyon, Marlon?
Unang-una po syempre maraming nakakakilala sa iyo at nagko-congratulate. Masaya na po kami na ganun yung ma-congratulate tayo ng mga tao.
Oo. Alam mo, alam natin na nakalaban mo yung Uzbekistan, yung Uzbek na si Akhmadaliev. Hindi madaling kalaban yan. 11-0 nung nakalaban mo at siya isang kampiyon. Pero ito'y hinabol mo sapagkat umatras na nga yata ito si Akhmadaliev nung una mong hinamon. Bakit masyadong ang kampante kontra dito? Sa tingin mo ba kayang-kaya mo itong nakalaban mo?
Opo, alam ko po sa sarili ko na kaya ko yung kalaban ko at saka sa sobrang tagal pong hinintay namin, yun po medyo talagang uhaw na po ako para doon sa laban namin. So yung nagtagpo talaga kami ay nakuha ko na po talaga yung style niya. Kung ano yung dapat kong gawin para manalo, yun po. Matagal ka
nag-training, hindi lamang dito sa Pilipinas, kung hindi doon din sa San Antonio. Ano ang pinakamahirap na parte sa training mo, Marlon? Yung timbang, yung lungkot na nadanas mo, Marlon?
Para sa akin, yung training, normal na yan kasi ito talaga yung trabaho ko sa akin, yung pinakamahirap ay siyempre, yung lungkot na malayo kasi yung anak at saka sa pamilya, sa mga taong gusto mong makasama. Pero para sa akin, isang malaking motivation din po yun para sa laban.
Ano naging game plan mo laban kay Akhmadaliev, Marlon? Kumbaga, yung ba nasunod?
Opo, nasunod po yun kasi yun nga, nakapagpatama ako ng malinama, hindi ko masyadong niras talaga yung nag-stick lang ako sa game plan na kahit aabot ng 12 rounds ay dapat manalo lang ako every round. So, yun yung game plan namin, dapat manalo lang tayo every round. So, hindi kailangan ng eras natin yung Yun po. Kaya
Oo.
nasunod naman po yung game plan namin.
So talagang hindi ka naman naghabol ng knockout. Kung meron lang pagkakataon, saka mo lang habulin yon. Although ang record natin, ang record mo talagang very impressive, 19 knockouts out of your last 40 fights. Pero yun ay talagang pinaghandaan mo 12 rounds.
Opo. At saka gusto ko rin po na ipakita na kaya kong maging isang tunay na boxer na yung kahit aabot ng round kaya ko manalo.
Oo. Alright, nagkaroon ng split decision yung championship fight na yon. Dalawang judges ang pumanig sa iyo at isa ay pumanig dun sa kalaban mo. Sa tingin mo ba makatarungan yung naging desisyon, Marlon?
Sa tingin ko po sobrang layo ng decision na yon kasi para sa akin kahit tiningnan ko sa replay, malinaw naman na nanalo talaga ako sa every round. I think 2 round lang yung natalo ako. Yun yung. Pero para sa akin naman, ang importante ay nanalo ako. Pero medyo nagulat din ako sa desisyon na yun.
Alright. Well, ito ang ikalawang World Championship ng Pilipinas sa professional boxing ngayong yung kasalukuyan pagkatapos ng pagkapanalo ni Melvin Jerusalem. Gaano kahalaga sa iyo to? Unang-una, tatanungin kita, alam mo ba yon na ikaw ay yung maaaring maging second champion nung ikaw ay lumaban at ito ba ay naging dagdag pressure para sa iyo?
Sa akin po, hindi naman po naging pressure kasi naganda ako ng gusto. Alam ko na complete package na yung training camp ko at kampante ako na mananalo ako sa laban. So, wala talagang pressure na nangyari or wala talaga. Kasi alam ko, kampante ako, mananalo ako.
Gaano kahalaga itong ngayon record na nakuha mo na ikaw ang second world champion ng Pilipinas, Marlon?
Siyempre po, sobrang importante sa akin yung laban na yun at malaking karangalan din po sa akin para sa ating bansa na makapagbigay ulit ng pangalan na sa larangan ng boxing ay patuloy na makikilala yung ating bansa at malaking bagay po para din sa aking career at sa aking future po.
Alam mo, maraming nagtatanong sino ba talaga si Marlon Tapales bagamat ikaw ay veterano, ito nga ay ang dami mo ng laban, of course ikaw ay two-time division champion, naging kampiyon ka na ng mundo, pero meron pa rin mga nagtatanong. So ang tanong ko, ikaw ba galing sa lahi ng mga boksingero, ang mga Tapales, Marlon?
Hindi po. Galing, ako lang po, sa katunayan, ako lang po yung nagbaboxing sa pamilya ko.
Ganun?
Ako lang yung Opo. At ngayon, meron na po yung kapatid ko, syempre, naging boksingero ako, so naging idol niya ako. Kaya yun, naging boxer siya. Pero dati talaga sa amin, yung mga tatay ko, wala talaga silang record ng boxing. Pero parang siguro mga palaaway lang.
Maganda yun. So, sino naka-discover sa'yo, Marlon? Paano ka nagsimula sa boxing?
Yung kapatid ko, may kapatid ako, panganay namin. Naging sundalo siya. Tapos, tapos na yung duty, pag uwi siya ng bahay, binibilan niya ako ng gloves, mouthpiece. Yun yung pinakasimula talaga. Kasi lahat ng kapitbahay namin dito, pinupuntahan ko, hinahamon ko ng suntukan with gloves. So, yun talaga, nadala ko.
Siga ka pala ng barangay, Marlon, ha? Siga ka ng barangay bago ka naging world champion. Pero bakit boxing? Bakit mo nagustuhan ng larong boxing?
Kasi po, yun nga, palagi ako nakikipag-away dito sa kapitbahay or sa saan man. So, napasok ko yung boxing. Tapos, maganda ko yung ginawa ko sa boxing kasi marunong ako sumuntok. So, tapos nung pumasok ako ng boxing, so na-disiplina yung sarili ko. So, ayoko nang suntukan or lalayo ako sa mga tao, So, natutuwa ako. So, kaya pinili ko talaga yung boxing kasi parang na-disiplina din yung sarili ko.
kumbaga, since gusto mo na naman ng basagulot, tuntukan, gawin mo na nating, pagkakitaan na natin itong ugaling ito. Pero yung ugaling yun ay naayos mo at ikaw yung nadisiplina. Marlon,
Tama po.
sino ang unang naging coach mo at sino ang nagturo sa iyo ng finer points ng boxing?
Nung una talaga akong pumasok ng gym dito sa amin, sa kay Sir Bubong Yap, marunong na ako ng jab, straight, hook, upper. Alam ko na kung paano yung basic. Kasi hindi pa ako pumasok ng gym. Lagi na akong nagti-training sa bahay ko lang. Sa bahay lang namin. May bagingan ako, may mga ano ko. So alam ko na pagpasok ko ng gym, alam ko na kung paano magsuntok. Tapos tinuruan ako ng coach ko na si Ray Pasiones. Siya yung pinakaunang coach ko na talagang nagturo din sa akin.
Alright. Well, ang mga magulang mo ba sinuportahan ka sa pagboboxing? Lalong-lalo na nung naalis ka siguro sa kalye. Ikaw ba sila ba sang-ayon doon nung ikaw ay lumalaki?
Hindi po. Sa katunayan, hindi po. Yung nanay ko ayaw at saka yung tatay ko ayaw. Kasi nag-aaral nga po ako. Tapos, yun, sabi ko na gusto kong mag-boxing, gusto kong mag-pro, gusto kong tumigil ng pag-aaral kasi gusto ko ng boxing kasi wala man akong talent sa pag-aaral. So, galit yung nanay at tatay ko. Pero yun, lumayas ako dun sa amin. Sinala ko yung gamit ko. Bumunta ako ng gym. Wala naman, nagustuhan din naman nila kasi nadisiplina nga ako. Hindi na ako masyadong gala. Yun.
Sino ang unang naging idolo mo? Sinong idolo mo sa boxing na siguro tinutularan mo at naging siguro naging modelo mo para magpatuloy sa larong boxing?
Sa atin naman, yung Pilipino, hindi naman talaga yung mawala yung Manny Pacquiao. Para din sa akin, isa din si Manny Pacquiao na talagang iniidolo ko. Lalong-lalo na sa kanyang ginagawa, yung pagka-humble niya. Tsaka yung pagiging talagang palaban niya sa kanyang boxing. Siya po yung number 1 na naging idolo ko.
Paano ngayon? Ngayon na ikaw ay naging professional boxer ka na, naging kampiyon ka na, at ngayon, lalo na ngayon, ikaw ay 2-time division champion na at current unified super bantamweight champion. Sino na ang inspirasyon mo ngayon, Marlon?
Siyempre po, yung inspirasyon ko, unang-una, pamilya ko, anak ko, at aking sarili din po. Inspirasyon ko, yung pamilya ko, mama ko, papa ko, sila yung nagpapatibay ng puso ko at saka ng loob ko para sa laban. Kung sino man yung darating na kalaban ko, sila po.
Sa tingin mo, paano mababago ang buhay ninyo? Buhay mo, buhay ng pamilya mo dahil dito sa pagkapanalo mo?
Malaking pagbabago or ano man. Kasi siyempre po, kaya ko silang bigyan ng magandang buhay or mabili ko din yung kung ano yung gusto nila.
Alright. Well, recently, ikaw ay nagkaroon ng pagkakataong mabisita or ang Pangulo ng Pilipinas, si Pangulong BBM. Kamusta yung usapan ninyo ni President Bongbong? Anong sinabi niya sa iyo at kamusta ang experience mo doon?
Yun nga po, sobrang proud ko po kasi bilang isang bata na palaboy-laboy lang dito at nagkikipagbasagulero sa kapitbahay. Sobrang proud po ako na ginaid ako ng Panginoon na tamang landas yung pinasukan ko at yun po sa binigay ng Panginoon sa akin na talent, nakaharap ko yung siyempre presidente ng ating bansa, Pilipinas, na si BBM. Sobrang proud po ako sa sarili ko na dahil sa ginawa kong desisyon sa buhay ay hindi ko inakala na maaabot ko din po ito.
Grabe din talaga. Grabe ang naging storya mo and just a very nice success story para sa iyo, Marlon. No, alright. Mga plano mo ngayon. Na ngayon ikaw ay kampiyon na. 4 na sunod-sunod na panalo ka, Marlon. And of course, itong pagkapanalo mo kay Ahmad Aliyev. Sa tingin mo ba, nasa peak ka? Nasa pinakamagandang kondisyon ka ngayon, Marlon?
Opo, sa katunayan nga po, para sa akin, ang edad kong ito, 31, ngayon pa lang po ako talagang nagsimulang mag-peak, yung matured ko sa pag-iisip, lalong-lalo na sa pag-iinsayo. Ito talaga yung the best ko na peak talaga.
Oo. Ikaw ay nagsalita na at naghangad. Kasama na yung mga manager, kasama na ang inyong mga promoter na gusto mong makalaban yung The Beast, si Naoya Inoue. Tinitingnan ko yung record mo. Ang dami mo nang naging kalaban na mga Hapon, no? Kasama na diyan yung si Teshiyamara Omori, 2 beses mo nakalaban, yung Kimura at saka yung Manakane. Bakit masyado kang kumbaga mahilig lumaban sa mga Hapon unang-una, Marlon?
Hindi naman po, pero sa ngayon po nagkataon po kasi na sa lower division si Naoya Inoue, siya yung pinakasikat or pinaka magaling na boxer. So, syempre po, ako po bilang boksingero po, gusto ko po makalaban ng pinakamagaling para mapatunayan din po, isang achievement din po yun sa akin na mapatunayan ko din po na maibubuga ako sa pinakamagaling.
Nakita mo na ba lumaban si Inoue at sa tingin mo ba kaya mo estilo niya at suntok niya?
Sa personal po, hindi ko pa po nakita. Pero sa TV, po, alam ko naman po, kaya ko kasi may time pa naman po na pwede akong mag-ensayo, pwede pa akong magsanay. So may time pa ako na kaya kong pagtriningan yung kung ano man siya kagaling, kung gaano man siya kabilis, kalakas, kaya kong pagtriningan na magiging magaling din po ako. Opo.
Alright, so inaabangan mo yung labang yon at ngayon, anong plano mo? Babalik ka na ba uli ng Amerika para mag-training muli?
Next week po siguro, mag-jogging na ako, training, tapos wala pa pong plano pabalik ng Amerika kasi sa tingin ko po, plano ng boss JC Manangkil na manood kami sa laban ni Fulton at saka Inoue sa Japan.
Okay. So talagang susukatin ninyo ang laban na yon and sana nga ikaw ay mabigyan na ng title fight at magkaroon pa ng karagdagang pagkakataong patunayan na si Marlon Tapales ang talagang tunay na hari ng boxing ngayon. Marlon, 2-division champion, 31 years old ka nga, sabi mo nga, gaano kalayo pa sa tingin mo ang maaabot mo?
Sa tingin ko po, malayo-layo pa yung maaabot ko kasi yun nga po, sa edad naman po ay wala naman po yan kung may disiplina yung isang tao.
Ang mahalaga lang talaga patuloy lang at hindi may injure and of course ang pananalig sa mga trainer at sumunod sa iyong game plan. Yes, Marlon, maraming salamat. Meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan sa malaking pagkapanalo mo at lalo-lalo na sa team Tapales?
Unang-una po, nagpapasalamat po ako sa Panginoon na binigay niya sa akin itong mapagkakataon na magiging world champion ulit at sa manager ko din po, Boss JC Manangkil at saka sa Sunman team, lahat ng Sunman, nagpapasalamat po ako kay Sean Gibbons, Gibbons family, nagpapasalamat po ako sa kanila. At saka sa mga tao na sumusuporta sa akin, maraming salamat po at sana po palagi kayong sumuporta. Thank you po.
Congratulations Marlon, mabuhay ka. Aming idadalangin ang iyong patuloy na tagumpay at mag-ingat ka. At we look forward to more championships sa iyong mga laban. Congratulations muli.
Thank you sir, thank you po sir.
Maraming salamat. Mga kaibigan, ang ating Unified IBF WBA Super Bantamweight Champion of the World, Marlon Tapales. Maraming salamat nga pala kay JC Manangkil, yun sa Sunman group na talagang nag-ayos nito. Congratulations Sunod-sunod ang tagumpay ninyo at saka ni Sean Gibbons, my man. Maraming salamat. Alright, mga kapatid, may konting oras pa tayo para po i-announce lahat po ng mga nagwagi sa ating mga promotions at ating mga pinamimigay ng mga premyo dito. Unahin ko muna, of course, yung sa Joyride Super App Top Up promo na mga nagwagi ng 1,000 pesos e-wallet credits mula sa Joyride Super App. No? Ang mga nanalo po ay si Jam Dimaiwat, Ronaldo Doring, Bernard Soriano, Delia Pines Cabrera at si Christine Duma, congratulations. 1,000 pesos e-wallet credits para sa inyo para magamit nyo po sa Joyride, sa Joyride Super App. Alright, doon sa ating pong pinupulsuhan sa Pulso ng Bayan, marami naman tayong mga nagpadala, no? Pero basahin ko lang po yung ilan na ang dami pala nito, no? Ang dami rin pala nagpadala nito. Tingnan natin, ha. Dito po sa mga nagpadala, mula kay Melissa Batumbakal, sabi niya, for me, hindi. I think it just so happened that ang ating pong pinupulsuhan sa mga nahuli, ito na ba simula ng dynastic run ng TNT pagkatapos na nanalo sila ng Governor's Cup, no? Sabi ni Melissa, for me, hindi. I think it just so happens that they got an import legit NBA player who helped them to win the championship plus a very, very good move and idea to put Coach Jolas as their head coach. May punto rin siya dyan, tungkol dyan. Mula naman kay Alex the Joker, sabi niya, definitely possible, they have a good mix of young guns and veterans. Mikey Williams is arguably the most explosive offensive weapon in the league. With the support of Aftana and Pogoy, they are always going to contend. By the way, Hinebra fan here. Congrats, TNT. Alam niyo po, maraming ganun, ng mga Hinebra fans na talagang very, very sporting. Alam nila na, ganyan talagang mundo. Ganyan ang bola, ang talbog. Pero ang ating pong nanalo, i-flash nga natin, Santi. Ayan, Ang una po nanalo ay si Edgar Blas. Sabi niya, with their current team lineup mix of young and veterans plus a very talented coach like Jolas, it could be the start of dynasty of TNT. Plus they got again an import that has an all-around game, a legit NBA caliber player. Congratulations, Edgar. At yung pangalawa pong nanalo, simple ang kanyang inilabas na sagot. Mula kay at Tracy Plantita. Yes po, we found our new Jimmy Alapag in Mikey. Ang ganda, no? Simple lang. Kasi alam naman natin, ang naging dynastic run ng TNT, kabahagi dyan, of course, si Ranidel, and of course, si Kelly, Jason Castro, and of course, si Jimmy Alapag, no? And Larry Fonasher, that was a big team. And ngayon, na si Mikey Williams ay naririyan, again, may pagkakataon na namang maghari at naghari na nga ang TNT. Congratulations once again to TNT. Alright, mga kaibigan, that'll do it for us this Saturday morning. Naku, again, pinapaalalahanan po natin kayong lahat. Mag-ingat po tayo sa init. Laging hydrate at lagi po tayong wag masyado magbabad. Kung kailangan nasa ilalim ng araw, magpayong po tayo at kung hindi kayo magsombrero, laging sumilong sapagkat napakatindi ng mga panahon. Magpapasalamat po ulit ako sa lahat ng mga sumabaybay sa atin ngayong Sabado ng umaga. Lagi natin pinagbibilang tuwing Sabado, bawal ang masungit at sa lahat po ng ating gawain, ad maiorem Dei gloriam, all for the greater glory of God. Kami po ang 1PH Teleserbisyo para sa Pilipino. Susunod na po ang inay ko po. Happy Sports Weekend, mga kapatid! More power, more play!
Sa kapwa ko Pilipino, ipagmalaki ang galing na meron tayo. Ilantad ang likas nating talento at magdala ng saya sa mundo. Sa harap ng pagsubok ay di susuko. Para sa pangarap tayo'y porsigido. Magpakitang gilas na at huwag magpatalo. Ipagdiwang natin ang Pilipino. Yan ang Pinoy. Mula noon at hanggang ngayon, talento natin ang bida. Mula sa simpleng bakuran hanggang entablado natin ipakita. May pagsubok man ng Pinoy, pinalalakas ng saya. San man tayo sa pulo, Chumbe, Sibay, Lakay, Amiga. Sama-samang pakita ang galing natin katropa. Sa kapwa ko Pilipino.